Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have a video today for you for Traci Reed using the beautiful TRD Sketchy Sunday sketch. I will be sure to link up this sketch in the description box below so you can find it if you want to play along. I'm going to be playing with the Harvest Moon collection today. I am starting by stamping some sentiments into these labels. I have some really cute stamps here from Kelly Stamps. Unfortunately, Kelly Stamps is no longer in business, but maybe you can, I don't know, they're from Australia, so they might be a little hard to find. But this is called the Heart Eyes stamp set. You might even have it in your stash, and if so, I highly recommend popping it out of storage and using it on a layout. I'm stamping using Catherine Pooler Merlot ink. This ink is like this deep, dark, chocolatey red color. Red is not my favorite color, but this Merlot ink is pretty awesome. To create my layout, I am going ahead and taking one of the printed 12 by 12 papers and I'm scoring it using a bone folder so I get a nice crisp score line diagonally. So there is a lot of ways that you can do this. I'm going to tear mine. I love how this looks when you score it. It's not going to give you like a really rough tear line. It's going to give you like just a slightly torn line, which I think is really awesome. Plus, I have yet to find a paper trimmer that is long enough that it will cut a 12 by 12 scrapbook paper diagonally. So you always are going to have to find a way to rip or tear or use your scissors to diagonally cut 12 by 12 papers. I love this plaid that's in the Harvest Moon collection. It's so pretty, and I knew I wanted to like really show it off. As soon as I saw the design, I was like, okay, we're going fall because we're doing fall every chance we get this month. And we are also going to go ahead and use this beautiful plaid. Next up, you guessed it, stamping. I am using those beautiful, amazing stitching stamps from Ellie Studio that I love, and that Merlot ink. And one of the benefits and awesomeness about this particular stitching stamp set is that the stamps line up perfectly, allowing you to actually create a 12-inch or longer set of stitches. I love that. So that's what I'm doing here on the cardstock portion of my layout. I am using the Merlot ink and stitching a pretty stitch line all from edge to edge. I also decided to run another set of stitched stamping down the side of my pattern paper as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and put all kinds of paper layers behind my photo. While I'm doing that, I will talk to you a little bit. There is no colored cardstock on this layout. There are a couple of videos and a couple of projects that I had already completed, and in some cases even voiceovered and scheduled before I set myself the challenge of using cardstock on all of my projects in November. So I am might be a few here and there. That being said, my background paper is not white. It is in fact a cream color that goes with this collection, which means technically speaking, it is colored cardstock. Just saying. All the different pattern paper layers that I am matting my photo with are getting some ink, and in many cases they are getting a nice torn edge to go with the feel of my layout. So the photo I'm scrapbooking today is from our fall photo shoot that we had in October. This is my absolute favorite picture of Logan that the photographer took. We took lots of pictures of Logan because he has changed so much in the last 2 years since we had our photos done. And I really want to kind of get those changes documented. He has really, between the start of the pandemic until now, it is ridiculous how much he has grown and changed. So I wanted to make sure to get lots of photos of him when we did our family photo shoot. I am inking everything up using Distress Oxide in Vintage Photo. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of get my photo in place, and then we can work on the embellishments. I loved being able to use this stamp set kind of as my journaling for this particular layout because I know I have lots and lots of them. In fact, coming up next week, I have another layout with a photo of Logan, and that particular layout talks all about his clothing choices for this photo shoot. So that'll be really fun. That's coming up next week, I believe probably Tuesday. These cute little stamped images say things like, "I love your guts," and "currently looking all cute and stuff." And then I did add some little stitching details to those labels to kind of pull in and mimic or kind of make the stitching that's in my background look a little bit more cohesive. I am just going to go ahead. I have all these gorgeous die cuts and banner pieces. I pulled together a whole bunch of embellishments from the Harvest Moon collection that I thought worked really, really well. This collection, I remember that I printed the sticker pages the way Traci had them organized in the kit, but then I also pulled out some of the individual flower embellishments and printed some of those larger so that I could really kind of play with them and have florals of all different sizes to use in my layering, which I think is a really awesome thing to do with hybrid papers or embellishments, is to understand that you can print them as the PDF, but then you can also pull out specific images you really love and make them bigger. And I actually think that that's going to be the subject of next month's hybrid hijinks. So we'll put a pin in that. We'll come back to that next month. All right, here comes the hard part. Sigh. All these beautiful clusters are now exactly the way I want them, but I didn't stick and plonk them. So now I have to take them all apart, put tape on them, put them all back together. And since I have to do that anyway, I grabbed my tabby dots and I'm going to add a bit of dimension to each of these little clusters. And there we go, all done. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'd love to see your take on this sketch. So if you use it and you post it online, tag me so I can take a peek and see what you did with it. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, everyone, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.